welcome back to a personal code of conduct. I am your hostess with the mostest. This is cringe. I know I said it. This is cringe because I practiced it, and it was still fucking cringe. But like I wanted to say it. Your hostess with the mostest. The the very defeatable and sort of lazy Dio. Well, I don't know. I should like today was a very productive day, like super productive. I was able to solve a DAX problem that had been bothering me for 3 hours days. I was able to solve. I'm close to solving another problem. I made food for the first time in a while because I decided to change my eating like regime because I just decided that my carb making skills are just shit. So let's just not make carbs and buy the carbs. Yeah, I've accepted that I can't make carbs. I don't know how to make carbs, and I've made peace with that I do not know how to make carbs. It's unfortunate, it's sad, but we're going to be buying our carbohydrates. I actually do, but I'm lazy. But I feel like because there was a period in that May was just a horrible month where I felt every drop of energy just being leached out of my body, and I'm like, fuck. But June is going to be better. I'm calling June the month of full body workouts. I'm hoping, but then again, I'm worried I'd be too much strain on my body. I'm hoping to do like 40 minutes workouts in the mornings, in the evenings, another 40 minutes, then band and yoga on days I don't go to the gym. But I'm thinking to try and push going to so it'd be like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing. So that like Saturday I should be truly useless. Because like basically when I come back from the gym on Saturday mornings, I am just dead. I'm just freaking dead. And I just lay down and scroll. I remember like I just lay down and scroll mindlessly. I didn't even complete the OEC connect because I was going to write a couple of things. I was going to do so and so Saturday. I'm going to do something and something. I started them, but I didn't finish them. I also sort of kind of cleaned my room, so that's good. Like I finally cleared the pigsty that I lived in and got groceries, and I think it's all these things that I'm doing is okay, like get your basic function as a human being back, those kind of vibes. Then we'll start looking into the future. A friend of mine recently quit, and it reminded me of myself 2 years ago when like I really asked myself that, is this what I wanted to do? Did I say future this is time to quit and focus on something else? And he just did that, and I'm like, Daniel, it's time to do that. Even though you're going to get yelled at, but it's time to do that. It's really time to do that. So what am I going to do? What infrastructure am I going to build? Where is this thing going to happen? I don't know. But I need to highlight the things that I'm capable of. I don't know where a sudden fear of exams came from. Like, what the fuck? Okay, actually, I've always sort of had them. No, I've always sort of had them, but I used to take a deep breath and be like, well, it's not the end of the world. But I'm 25. It's the end of, because I remember when I was oh my god, when I was 23 going on 24, I had this whole imagination on how I thought February 2022 would be. I thought I'd be stable. I am, like, in a sense, financially stable as an individual in a third world country. I am, in a sense, quite stable for somebody with no responsibilities. So, in a sense, I am quite stable. But I also don't feel like I'm stable enough, because the standard things I want is to move back to my mother's house, which is, to do that, I need to be doing this work. To cook more frequently and have access to more vegetables, and not, so it means I have to look for remote work. To not be very tired. I think my room makes me claustrophobic, so like I have to move next to my mother's house, or to make like actual money, because like I have to make like actual money. Then next thing is to get an air fryer and get better at cooking carbs. Then eat well, interesting proteins and stuff every single day, and work out 5 times a week. Wow, those are my goals, really. And I do enjoy the work I do. I do enjoy solving problems. Like, I spent like a whole ass, like, I think 3 hours doing something instead of recording this podcast because it's fun. I like what I do, but it's time, Dio. It is time to properly showcase what you're doing. It's time to properly showcase that, okay, this is where you are, this is what you're doing, this is where you're going, this is the pathway. This time to showcase your skills because I have learned a lot. Even though it's bits and pieces and it's scattered side, I think it's time for me to piece it together and decide, okay, this is where I'm going to, this is how I'm going to structure myself, and this is my endpoint. Dio, I don't even remember all the things I've said with conviction on this podcast. It's just a joke. Because at this point, this is an audio blog. Like, this is me. I'm not going to say Emma because like living my sort of adultish Kiana life, but audio form. Because I like the fact that it's not really a common comment section and you have to really stalk me. Okay, somebody, I posted it already, so I kind of say like, oh, somebody come already. But you have to like really stalk me, like to not really stalk me, but to be actively interested in looking for me before like you can give me feedback. And I was like, this is great. I can just randomly talk into the void. The internet feels like the void, and I can have like a set of journals. And even when like there is a spike in interest, and I have like and my readership balloons. I mean, why am I saying readership? My listenership balloons in one of those like spiking episodes. I'm not really bothered because I'm not really putting like, ooh, like there's like the medium and on doesn't exactly have a feedback mechanism, so it's like exactly have one. So I think it's fantastic. So I can continue talking to the void and just like giving opinions and generally being a vibe. I was thinking of like unplugging a microphone for up there, but God, I'm so fucking tired. And there's so much to say. On Thursday, I had like a random mass of 3 a.m. motivation because I was so fucking tired. Because I crashed by 7, I woke up by 11, I couldn't sleep at 3:30. I had like a whole aggressive pump of motivation, and it wasn't 3 a.m., was it 2:30? I don't know, but there's an aggressive pump of motivation. I cleaned up after myself mostly. And of course, my tailor once again is disappointing, like with last year. And that was fine. I was upset, but okay, we'll move on. I didn't get the clothes I wanted for my birthday, and I was like, oh, you get to be sad, and I'm tired. I feel like somebody in the office has listened to it because I saw a YouTube video of like a co-worker, and I was like, fuck, this podcast probably be recommended to my co-workers. And I'm like, well, I don't have energy, man. Being alive is being alive, but I need to have the certifications to prove what I know what I know, and show that I can do what I know, because I can do so much better than what is out there. So it's time to prove that, to give advice, to tell stories. It's not just being. I think I am very insecure about not properly knowing a programming language. Like, the thing is, I know Python for data science. I know how to manipulate data using Python. I know how to, and especially with the advent of ChatGPT, and this one is like, I can prototype ideas so freaking fast, but I want to understand programming thinking. But my mind keeps getting bored, and I'm like, did I do this myself with like a bunch of scoring and shots from video? And the answer is no. Because I can still sit there for 2 hours to watch a Safia video over and over again, and I can still read a 1,000-page novel so far the writing is engaging. I can still decide that, I don't know, I want to run somewhere and spend 3 hours in a pool without not looking at my phone. I get an annoying suntan. Oh my god, my precious face has a horrible tan. Like, my face and my neck has like this like a V-neck. Every single way that the pool touch has a very significant tan, and I'm like, oh my god. Hurt me laughing sometimes. I don't know. I'm so tired. And the thing is, I'm going to put this through like an audio processor, because for the past 2 weeks I have basically been posting this podcast on Monday mornings. Oh my god, the look of incredibility. And it has been a situation where you decide, well, it's all fun and games, and I'm happy I made that decision because I remember when I first started it, and I'm like, I'm not looking for feedback, I'm looking for praise. That you should know me well enough that at this point you should recognize when Dyers give up praise. Okay, you also haven't spoken like 6 years. But you should, like in point like you should not be well enough to also recognize when Dyer is looking for legitimate feedback or she's looking for praise. And if I was looking for feedback, you'd probably not be my feedback person. And that doesn't mean that like like you aren't smart. It's just like people who you take feedback from is different are different from people you take praise from. They're just different people, and I think that's the one thing that stresses me out about, like, oh, okay, like you become an adult and you have to choose somebody who would do both of those things, and I'm like, what the fuck? If I want you to praise me, like, I don't want to hear like mean things out of my mouth, even if they're 100% correct and I'm going to improve my life. Like, no. Oh god, I'm so not an adult, and it's so fucking fun just being a vibe, eating food, sleeping places. Ready to travel. Like, it's not like, oh, travel is imperative, the world has ended, but like I want to try new foods and determine a journal and rate them 1 to 10 and be like, but like, and I want to like not be able to spend like 20k like on a daily. So that's like 200k clean. Okay, no, that's like 600k cleaned easily. I'd be like, yeah, like that is not well spending on. Very good. You have to be earning like, I don't know, 3 million for that to not like give you guilt. Because if you don't have kids and as a single person earning, like, let's say if you were earning 1.2 now and you're spending 600k and you're a single person with no grief, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, that I think that I basically poured out into the void of internet the nonsense I have in my head. Okay, it's not just the only nonsense. The things I swear to God I have intelligent thoughts during the week when I'm doing math. But the point is stability. I want a certain level of stability. And when you're from a poorer country, it's like stability is not like you don't have necessarily. You may have examples of like a level of stability where like I could always be a better life. I don't know. I also want to travel around the world, eat interesting food, do data science, do data engineering. Oh, it's finally raining. Thank God it didn't rain when I was at the pool. Is it raining? I don't know, man. I'm tired. I want to stretch this thing out because I feel very weird doing like a 13 minutes podcast because it's like so. I wonder what I was talking about in the past 45 minutes. Like when I first started this podcast and I used to go like 45 minutes. Maybe there was a lot of ums and ons and ahs. I don't know. I might become more eloquent when I say Diocese Medion. But I'm an individual who wants stability. And I think I have to define stability for myself. Then decide how to get there. Maybe I do have that maybe I do have that part of me figured out. Fucking too sleepy. Can't record anything sensible, and I don't think I'll probably put this in the audio processor and post it in the morning. So tired.